Welcome back to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time listening, this is the podcast where Sarah and I listen to a song and then make an anime for it.
Darn tootin'.
What we've done today is listen to the song Rose by Jung Woo Young, and we listened to it. We wrote our own individual ideas as if it were the theme song, and we did that for 5 minutes, and I was like, I got an idea. You got an idea?
Had an idea.
And then we come together, we share them on the podcast, and then combine them into a mega anime. Which is when we take little bits of each of ours and make a big one all together.
It's kind of like shuffling a deck of cards, maybe?
Yeah, if the deck of cards was like 2 cards.
Like someone had already cut it, and we had, X amount of ideas, X amount of cards.
Yeah.
And then we shuffle them together.
And we shuffle them together, and there's always a lot of jacks.
Yeah.
So many more than you'd think.
It happens. I don't know why. We have like a pinochle deck or something.
It's broken. It's like a spider solitaire deck. But we've done that today, and we're going to share our ideas, and it's going to be fun. We recommend you listen to the song Rose by Jung Woo Young at your leisure, or before, or after, or now, or pause, no, welcome back, or not, I don't know.
What just happened?
We're still here podcasting. We provide a link to the YouTube video, usually,
if we can find a music video,
in our podcast description. If you
Cross
can click
your fingers.
that. If not, just search up Rose. It is stylized in Spotify as like ROSE.
With periods.
But I kind of like did a little preliminary searchy, and it's like just all caps.
Okay.
So
and we did listen to the Korean version.
Yeah, I couldn't find a Japanese version anyway. So.
But it's specified for some reason, so let's specify for some reason.
Specified.
Specification complete.
Doesn't really matter. It'll be the same melody. So if you want to listen to it Japanese, if you find it in Japanese, go crazy, go nuts, go wild, go ham.
John.
And go garden a rose. And I'll share my idea now for Rose.
Was that a foreshadowing? Did I get a tidbit?
No gardening in mine.
Oh, okay.
Mine is as follows.
Please.
The main character gets an early build for the most popular social media site, like on accident.
Pinstagram, obviously.
Pinstagram gets an early build. This gains them a ton of new followers because everyone who follows this person wants to stay tuned in to the updates that they don't have, but the person is, in the early build, digging through all the data, whatever. And they're like posting cool videos and leaking new content or whatever.
Are they posting the videos using the new thing or about the new thing on other platforms?
I didn't decide.
Okay.
How about a mix of both?
Sure.
Unbeknownst to them, this early build is actually imbued with trace amounts of magic energy. And when this person who has the early build blocks or mutes someone, that person is blocked or muted in real life. The power they wield is immense, but it does not hit home until they mute a friend for a week for having a disagreement about a new feature, and then they realize that they can't hear this person when they run into each other at school or at a store or something.
Does the muted person realize they're muted?
Mm,
okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I think they'd realize it if the person wasn't listening to them. Now, this person has to roll back to an earlier build to rid themselves of this power. But is that enough to reset the problems they have already caused?
Uh-oh.
So yeah, it's like if you got God powers on Facebook and it was real life.
So we have admin.
Mm-hmm.
IRL admin.
That's it.
There we go. Well, that was easy.
ADMIN, like Rose, but
yeah.
There you go.
Well, we had fun. Thanks for listening,
Thanks.
everyone.
We shake hands.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Money changes hands. A lot of hand things.
Which we shouldn't be doing right now, but we have been quarantining together, so it's okay.
Yeah. I'm licking all kinds of hands and knobs and doorknobs.
He is very much Oh, I didn't even think about that. Still joking, whatever the case.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
Being good.
Shaking hands it's done. We're done with that.
I'm fine with
CBC
that.
handshake now only. Just
Woo.
the elbows.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yep. Still funny.
My
Still
hands
fun.
are often cold or dry, and I just don't need that.
I don't want that.
The judgment. Yeah. Anyhow.
What if you have a cold weenus?
Well, then you wear a shirt.
Long sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Long
fair.
sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Cover your weenus.
Cover that weenus.
You having fun with this?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because it looks like you're about to bust out laughing.
No.
Oh, no, of course. This
too
is
simple of a joke.
too serious
To
a
bust
matter.
a gut. I need more complex humor.
Of course you do.
Yes. Please share your idea now. I'm done with mine. Do you have any
Okay.
thoughts, questions, comments, critiques?
No. I mean, we already named it.
I know it's done. Cut it, print it.
So I have no questions.
Drop the...
Well, I asked a few questions, but you
contracts.
said you didn't know, so that was it.
That's true. I really didn't really think this one out.
Would you like to hear how little mine has been thought out as well?
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to a beautiful botanical garden and the #1 tourist destination around.
Yours is garden.
Yeah, this one might need a little bit of work.
A little copy editing.
Yeah, but that's where I started it. Anyhow.
You're already like, this is wordy. I'm like, you're like crossing stuff out. See me later.
Red pen. Known for its flora and fauna, the surrounding community boasts many local wonders, including a large beehive population and an exotic plant nursery. The former owner of the plant nursery was bitter towards the beehive man or woman. It just
Quick question. Large
yeah.
bees or just like lots of beehives?
Lots of beehives.
Got it.
Yeah, normal sized
Large
bees.
beehive.
Yeah, what do you call that? Like a
Don't know. Like large colonies of bees or
yeah,
a large
like
population of bees?
a place that has a lot of bees. Like the beehive's obviously what they chill in, but like there's a nursery where you do plants.
Totally.
Like what do you call the place where all the bees are?
Beehivery? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's totally a name for it though.
But it's not here.
Because there's like, bee business.
Bee business. Like there's an aviary for like bird
Yeah,
stuff.
there's
Is there
totally
like
a
beeviary?
insectarium or something. But
In any case.
very specific to bees. There has to be.
It's a beehive hangout.
It's
a honey hole.
It's a honeywell.
Okay. Well, Honeywell, isn't that like the porta john?
The shitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what came to mind.
I'm sure that's what they want.
Could fit a whole bunch of honey hives in there. They'd smell.
Ew. Okay. The former owner of the plant nursery was bitter towards the beehive man or woman.
Apiarist? Apiary. I played enough of that Minecraft mod with the bees.
That does sound
I may
right.
have picked up a bee word or two.
But what is that? Is that like the practice of keeping bees, or is that like the noun for a place
I feel
where
like it's
bees chill?
Beekeeping. You are an apiarist. You're right. Whatever.
Anyhow, I'm glad you thought of
I
it.
think. What if the
It
mod
sounds
is all
right.
made up and it's telling
points
me
don't
the
matter?
wrong information? It seemed so scientific though. There were like bee genomes and shit I never got into.
There's a lot.
Yeesh. You know who did get into it? Daniel.
Oh, hey Daniel. How's it going?
I'll name drop him whenever the fuck I want.
Buzzing around? All right, whatever. They were rivals before, but now there's a new owner of the nursery. And I was picturing that, like, the nursery was angry about any bees that might find their way there, and so they put up, like, a greenhouse so the bees couldn't get in, whatever. They're
Something
very
about
upset.
any bees.
No bees.
It's very funny.
Any bees.
Any,
Sounds like a candy.
Any beesness, or,
Any bees.
It's funny. I like it.
I do too. But we can watch now as the two, beekeeper and nursery owner, new nursery owner,
Yes.
develop a buzzing connection,
Hey.
helping both bees and plants to bloom to their full potential, and love may not be far behind. So this song started with the, like, do-do-do-do's, and I immediately saw bees. That was it for me.
Oh, cute little buzzing bees.
And then during the chorus, where all the people are singing, only in the intro would this happen, but all the bees and all the flowers are singing in unison for that part and like waving.
Very like 50s cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't expect the bees to talk. It's not every day I'm truffling. We don't need the bees to be talking with the flowers.
And if we do, Jerry.
Yep. But
Seinfeld's coming in.
that was what I heard. Was
Cool.
bees like immediately, and then
Dang.
the rest just went from there. So
You had bees on the mind.
I did.
So the
the
relationship
brain.
with the old one was, the old owner was none of your beeswax, but now
Yeah.
it's
Let the honey flow.
let the honey flow.
Terrible. But like the new owner immediately removes it and maybe offers more than just exotic plants, but like native, that's the word I wanted. Native.
Oh, like a more modern
inclusive.
approach to...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, sure, there are some cool novelty ones that will grow well here.
Yeah.
But it's okay if the bees get in and like pollinate them. It's actually good. Like
Keep
maybe
your bees away from my beesness.
I put up Venus flytraps, that'll teach you. But it would be
Venus bee traps.
no, not the Venus.
Venus.
Now you're laughing.
I know. I
Venus didn't get you.
I didn't want to say Venus though, because the Venus bee trap isn't funny.
No, Venus.
Venus bee trap is funny.
Thanks.
Blah.
But I
was
know
the-
they do. Oh, I understood.
Burping.
But it'd be like because it's got a bee in it.
Oh yeah, it
Be a
spits out
buzzin'.
the
stinger.
The stinger.
Cute. That's cute. I mean, it's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
But
we like the bees.
We do like the bees, and we don't want bees to die.
No, I like the bees.
Thank you.
Do you want to combine, perhaps,
I think we should.
bees and social media?
What's all the buzz about?
Social media.
Social media. This is terrible. I'm so sorry for everyone.
I'm so sorry.
But also Venus.
I feel like we haven't done a bee-centric episode, and it's just a font, an endless font of horrible puns and things.
It's true.
In
We have a
relation
lot
to
of
bees.
material.
Yeah. It's not any good.
No,
But
not
it's
especially.
here. It's here.
Here it comes.
I'd like
Swarming out of
spread
you.
it all over the table, and it's honey.
Yum. It's better than if you just released a bunch of bees.
And there's like the stringy honey bits.
It's just like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. But that makes honey look fun.
Honey is fun.
But not that fun. It's not that fun. Where he's like, ho, 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 ho.
I love
And it's like
honey
on his
and
head, and
I'm
he's like,
a
ha, ha, ha,
Pooh
ha. That's not fun. That's A, claustrophobic. B,
yeah, the jar.
sticky honey. No.
Well, what is it?
Oh, it's a good facial cleanse, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, honey's really quite good for your skin. There are people that use it to...
Well, yeah, there's like that whole line of like beeswax, everything, you know?
Oh, Burt's Bees. Yeah, that's
What's-
true.
Dropping the brand.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about literally just honey. You take honey and,
Oh.
like, put it on your face.
I guess that is a more wax-based
Yeah.
product line.
Yeah.
We're gonna get so many ads now. Chapped lips? Spread some honey on it. Eat more honey.
Spread a little honey on it, baby.
Invest in my bee business.
Bees business. No, I tried. I failed.
Venus is still funny.
Venus is still with us. Well,
I travel to Venus.
is that what we're calling the social media?
Absolutely not. To reiterate, though, how would you like to combine your budding bee plus flower shop greenhouse-esque?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nursery.
Nursery, sorry. Yeah,
No, but I did mention there was a greenhouse that was like keeping the plants separate, and that's
For,
one
like,
of the
a gift
things that's removed.
Got it.
And now the bees can like go and pollinate and whatever. And then if you
Yes.
they have like special honey where it's like, oh, this is wildflower honey, this is like blackberry honey, and
I
depending
gotcha.
on what they've been feeding on, I assume is what it is. Whatever they've been working on, like the honey can take on the flavor of that a little bit.
And that's real.
Yeah, that's real
and
life.
that's delicious.
So I'm
Didn't we have
thinking-
that like amazing like blackberry honey or some shit?
That may or may not be why I brought it up.
Oh,
So good. It's even like a different color.
when do we get honey sticks?
Oof. Farmer's market.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Open up. Just kidding.
Not worth it. I'm sure we can order it online.
Open. Yeah.
I mean, I can just buy some honey and, like, use a straight iron and, like, crimp it into some plastic straws, but
That's a lot of work.
also it's plastic straws, so
Yeah, that's true.
we could just eat honey out of a spoon or something.
With a straw.
Yeah, with
go-
a straw might
wouldn't
be
go very
weird.
well.
No, unless it's one of those big, like, boba,
Oh, yeah. That could work.
but that's a
Ooh,
lot
boba
of
and
honey.
honey is good, though. I've had that before.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
works pretty well. Because it's
Oh.
like tapioca. It's delicious.
Makes sense.
Okay. Bees.
Anyhow, they can have specialized honey and so
Social
on and
media.
so forth. They work together. Social media. Let's do this thing. Do you have any...
Initially,
Yeah, give me your first thoughts.
do you have anything?
I asked first.
Oh, dang it. I'm kind of working on something here. Let's see. I have main protagonist accidentally deleting people. Kind of, right? Blocking, muting, whatever.
Okay.
I guess I don't need that amount of power.
Okay.
But is there something where we can combine maybe a business sort of thing with like a magical extra
Agriculture?
I
That's
feel
not
like
what
we've
you're
done a
saying?
lot of magical agriculture. I'm trying to flip it the other way.
I think the main idea of mine, if we're gonna boil it down, which
Boil it
I
down.
assume boiling down honey's a bad idea, make it like a really,
it'd be really
syrupy.
runny.
Oh, it does melt.
Or it would be.
Or what would it
Would
do?
it harden?
Would it turn into like?
Would it crystallize into like honey candy?
I don't know.
Dunno.
I don't think we need to test, but we can search
We
it
can look it
later.
That's probably honey candy. Just like heat it up, right?
I'm sure you have to add something though to help it
Like a thickener
crystallize.
kinda- No,
Because
it's
doesn't
fine.
it need to hang on to something
Dude, I
to
don't
be
know.
able to make crystals? Isn't that like the whole thing? Why you have
Maybe just do salt. Maybe it's like super easy.
anyhow? Completely off topic. Sorry. We will have to check this out ourselves later. But
That was me searching earlier.
okay. Did you find anything yet?
Nope.
All right, we'll come back to it. My idea of mine is basically like previously not working
Yeah.
together and it was fine, but when you realize you can work together, it goes a lot more
Yes.
smoothly.
And you're combining two products to, create a better whole.
Offering, yeah.
Yes.
So, going off of that, if we're putting that into the social media realm, it's not great.
No.
I want to say like the Buzz, but then that sounds like
It's
another
like
website.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah. See, I didn't name drop that time. You did.
Yeah, but they're like, what are they going to sell me? More quizzes?
Yes, please. I need all the quizzes.
Which bee from the Bee movie are you?
I love them. You're a swarm. That's my second like swarm joke.
And then
That's
it's
no
like,
good.
you're the lady. And I was like, no, that's not the bee at all.
That's the queen. Dun dun dun.
Is she the queen? I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't either. It's just Lady B is queen.
I might have seen that movie.
You're talking about the human. We're not talking about
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, I would take the BuzzFeed quiz, which bee are you, and get the
And
human
get the
woman
human,
and be like,
oh.
oh, she's
Yeah.
not even a bee.
Yeah, we're not talking about that any longer.
Bee on human relation?
It doesn't make any sense. Okay.
It's like friendly. I assume.
I
haven't seen the movie.
Okay, I haven't either, but the things I've seen on the internet leads
It's like Jerry
me to
Seinfeld
believe.
trying to seduce this
Yeah,
woman.
putting the moves on her. What? Then he just like stings her if it goes bad? Like, how mean? Psst.
I'm allergic.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know.
So anyway, maybe something about there was a disagreement in yours, and that's how the person was muted.
Yes, there was a mutual misunderstanding of something, and they were like, well, you know how you can like snooze somebody for 30 days.
I've
They
never
do
done
that.
that, but okay.
They do that.
So
You've seen the option.
Sure. I'll just say yes. That'll make it easier. I'm thinking that maybe like those at opposition end up working together to make something better.
Okay.
So maybe the person trying it out was close to someone who's building something else on a smaller scale, and somehow they're able to, I don't know, some sort of like acquisition or something, so they can just share the knowledge and make a better product.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's a little meh,
It's more bland. I don't want to necessarily take the bee aspect out of it because that is the most like whimsical
Oh, I have an idea.
thing.
Okay. How about it could be like a research thing, but anyhow, one person is working on some sort of application about flowers. Mm-hmm. Maybe like an identification. You take a picture and it tells you what flower it is, something like that. I don't know. And the other one's working on some sort of app about bees, maybe colonies, where they are, because bee populations are dwindling. I don't know.
Sure.
But then they discover if they worked together, and there was a lot of overlap between what flowers there were and what bees. Or,
I like this.
Oh, it could be bee potential of like you insert the information and they tell you like, yes, your location is good for bees or no, and then maybe they're doing the same with plants.
I'm into this.
Okay.
And I like that there's now two characters where their main thing is that they are like developers of these disparate apps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have an idea. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
They're also very into the thing that they're making the app about. Mm-hmm. So the person who is into the flower ID app is 100% IDing flowers, cultivating their own gardens, has greenhouses, whatever.
Yeah, I love the idea that it uses like a locate. This should probably just exist. We're just selling ideas here for free, for nothing. But, you know, you put in your elevation or whatever, it figures that out and it tells you what plants you should have.
Yeah, it's like a flower curation thing.
Yeah, it tells you, like, this would grow well here, this is how you take care of it, here's where you can buy it.
I love that.
Why doesn't this actually
I'm, like,
exist?
settled on that flower person, because, like, them liking flowers in and itself is a sort of, like, meticulous, you know, they're very, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, sometimes you water it, sometimes you don't, like, free form, like, that's that character, in a nutshell.
Very earthy.
Very earthy. And then the bee person is, again, very interested in bees. Apiarist. Still making the app. It's their main passion. Mm-hmm. But bees are their main passion. Mm-hmm. And coding is their, you know, part-time gig or whatever.
Yeah.
But
maybe they're trying to make bees their full-time gig.
Yeah, so, like, what app would the bee app be?
It could be really similar, like I said, location. You put in your stuff and they tell you, like, what kind of bees would work where you are. Maybe what you say, I have X kind of trees. And they're like, okay, well, do this and, like, make sure this, and this. So that's an option.
I gotcha.
I had a thought of how maybe at some point one, it could even be accidentally muted the other. Mm-hmm. And so they didn't know that their colleague or, like, distant friend, whatever, was working on something so similar.
Yeah.
Because they accidentally had, like, muted each other or something. And then when they realize that they had and they go back, they're like, oh my gosh, I love what you're doing with this. Have you thought about adding this feature? I have it in mind. It's great. And then they end up working together on it.
And make, like, a mega app.
That uses both.
It's our podcast is the anime.
Oh my gosh. This is really meta, isn't it?
I love that. I'm trying to think how my, like, sort of pseudo-magical thing works into it.
It's not very magical as it stands, you're right.
No, and I want it to sort of be some, like, maybe them finding out that they had unfollowed this person so long ago is alerted to them via some sort of magical means. Like, the stupid thing would be like pollen on the wind, you know, pollen on the window spells out the bees.
See, my first thought is
bloom flowers in a fucking, you get it, right? Like some stupid shit.
My first thought is they have some sort of vision after they accidentally, like, eat a weird mushroom or something, so...
Very possible.
That might be better.
It could be a sort of edible versus non-edible flowers, and they mix it up, and they...
That'd be bad for business.
Go into, like, a coma or some shit. That'd be bad.
It could be that there's a magical bee.
Named Jerry Seinfeld.
No!
He's back! And then Kramer comes into our place.
Not
hey,
again.
Jerry, I'm a bee.
No. Where could we put the magic? We have so much technology.
I know. We've really turned it in. We've taken the app developing thing of mine and put it in the front, which is fine. But I feel like it sort of lessens the whimsical nature of it. I guess maybe they're just kind of magically good at their each disparate things. Like, one's magically good at bees, one's magically good at flowers.
Okay.
So when they are non-magically...
So it's a green thumb?
Yeah.
And then whatever the equivalent of a bee thumb is?
Bean thumb.
Not sure we want to go with that. But they're just, like, really good at plants.
Yes.
And the other's really good at bees. Like, I assume that... Well, we know for a fact that bees have, like, the body language. They do the dances to, like, communicate with each other about, where certain things are. Oh, my God. This is getting R-rated over here.
It's getting heated.
Or bzzz. What is that? Is that a Z? Z-rated?
Bzzz-rated.
I almost said X, but that's not the right
B-rated.
sound.
Rated B.
For bees. It's so bad.
Worst episode.
If anyone's made it this
Raise
far.
your hand if it's the worst episode.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't raise your hand if you're driving. Keep your hand on the wheel.
Yeah. Don't tell people
This
what
is for real.
I mean,
It's a Peter Gabriel song. Whatever.
okay.
Is that song about being kidnapped? I don't know.
Oh, that took a turn.
It's a weird song. I'll have to play it for you later.
Yes, you will. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah. I like this.
Okay.
They're magical.
But
They're
not
not witches.
obtrusively.
They're not man witches. They're not...
Oh my gosh. You want to do that as a quick aside?
Yes. My coworker said she was reading a book that instead of just calling a magical man a wizard...
Or a warlock
Or
even,
a warlock.
right?
Technically, warlock is evil...
Oh, okay.
connotation to
Okay.
evil
I
wizard.
wasn't sure about that.
Call them a man witch. They're not American, so they may be unaware of the large Sloppy Joe brand, Man Witch.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna get a lot of advertisements about
This is
that
probably
now.
the worst advertisement to get. Those are aggressive.
But yeah, like, unironically calling this dude a man witch was very funny. Kept me through that whole day. I was just thinking of goofy things that, like, the main protagonist would be like, well, look, he's pretty sloppy. Like, if they were aware and, like, made it...
If
like,
they'd
like
leaned into it.
Like, his name was fucking Joe, and you're just like, how you have to be aware of it, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're from a different country. They just didn't even do a little bit of research.
Well, that's not something.
When you're publishing independent,
It's not something I think most people would seek out.
Yeah. But she gave up on the book after that, I think.
Well, that would be disturbing if no one was sloppy or named Joe in that.
So let that be a lesson.
Let that be. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, they are not overtly magical.
No.
To bring it back.
They are talented and they're somewhat lucky, but I
Yes.
do like the idea that they have some sort of understanding of the bees.
They have innate bee/flower power.
Yeah. They just can communicate with the bees more than an average person.
And the flower.
Yeah, the
Vice
flower,
versa.
it's the
These
same
are two
thing.
different people.
They can look at a plant and really evaluate it more
Yes.
than the average Joe.
It's an innate talent that they have also studied, but
Yeah.
it was
To curate
obviously
further.
it was something that they were from birth chosen to do,
Yes.
destined.
Yes.
Okay, that to me,
Are you good with that magical?
magical
Okay.
AF.
And would it be... I kind of like the idea that the bees or the flowers, depending on which character, kind of represents their emotions.
Totally.
So, like, when
Inner
the person's
turmoil.
upset, like, the bees are, like, restless, and maybe the flowers aren't quite as perky. Maybe they're a little, droopy.
They do that
and-
thing where in movies they they blow a fan real hard on them and they're kind of like,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like blowing around. And you're like, these flowers ain't happy.
Yeah,
They're
not
getting
great.
blown around. Yeah.
Neither it could, like, sort of foretell what's going to happen or just shows how the character's feeling at that point.
Yeah.
Either way.
Or a big mix of both.
Yeah,
Or depending on the situation, does one, does the other. Mm-hmm. I like that.
cool.
Very cool.
So that's the kind of
Because they're
magic,
like pouring their soul, their essence, their power into
and they have a connection because of that.
Yes.
And then they want to share that with other people, by building their apps.
Yes. And the apps were already going to be amazing.
They are. However, there's just a little bit that as a bee person they wouldn't have thought about the flowers, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. Something, yeah, there you go. I mean, hey, we didn't do it together.
You're doing Meg
anime. Crap. I feel tricked.
Yeah, you thought I was just going to say Meg anime?
You're being sloppy over there.
I did say 3-2-1 Meg anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like this a lot.
I do too.
How are you thinking as far as getting to the title phase?
I mean...
We're trying to find the...
Do we still want the fact that they had somehow unfollowed each other, unmuted each other, or someone, like, never checked Facebook? Like,
yes, I think that plays into it in terms of them then kind of growing up together and...
They fell out. They're not angry.
Exactly.
It wasn't on purpose.
It was instead
They got wrapped up in their stuff. They don't live near each other after school.
It's the classic thing of people growing up and growing apart.
No
and
ill will, just hard to keep in contact.
Like there's some people...
I think every person has that.
On
where it's
anyone's social media...
I'm friendly with them, but I haven't actually talked to them in a long time.
And there's people that, like, anyone, you'd be like, dang, I wish I had talked to them more and had cultivated, like, I'm so interested in what they're doing now, but it's been 10 years since I've fucking talked to this person. So it's like...
Yeah, I think we all can, especially being inside, I think we all can really... feel that.
I know. And I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to choose to connect after all these years.
I mean, you've got a good excuse.
I'm bored. That's my excuse.
Yep. Frame it a little differently and you're golden.
So yeah, they make apps. That's the final.
I really thought you were going to say they make out just for like a split second.
They make apps, they make out.
What happens? Who's to say?
They fluff a bee away, you know.
Oh, if she like, sorry, I don't know why I gendered them. If they bring like a flower over and all the bees like swarm it and they're all excited because they're like, oh,
adorable,
bees.
yes.
And then the bee person's just like, hey, you knock that off, you go away. And they're like, hee, bee. And then they go.
Bee laughing is hilarious and cute. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
And, you know, I don't know.
I love this bees. Have we not done a bee?
I don't think so. I mean, it makes me think of like the
we've done like nature-centric episodes.
Yeah, for sure. And it makes me think of the like aquarium one.
Oh yeah, we did that. We did the like rhinoceros kind of beetle snow skiing one. That was fun.
Yeah.
This is good.
So this
has opened up a whole new realm of possibilities.
Yeah, I'm realizing it's a little similar to last week's my idea, the whole like gardening, agriculture stuff.
The fuck was last week?
Oh, it was the clay and the robots and the
the cool one. That was
and
the
like
farming
the sheep
one.
or llamas or whatever.
You're feeling very naturalist.
I guess now. I am. I long for the outdoors.
You're feeling it,
but
which is totally fine.
Yeah, I didn't really realize I was theming so hard, but that's okay.
It's like
we've
summery,
changed this one.
Springy anyways.
I feel really good about what we've made.
This is a good spring
together,
episode.
Our mega anime. See, that's how you do it.
I did it earlier.
You make eye contact, you pause.
You were fine. 3, 2, 1, mega
anime. That's not how fast we say it. Anyhow, I am pretty good. We've decided they lost contact, not on purpose.
Totally.
Somehow.
No ill will.
Does a mutual friend say like, "Hey, you're working on this"? It's similar to so-and-so.
It's gotta be like a spark of something crazy.
Maybe there's a really bad thunderstorm, and they're both inside, and they both happen to just be on the same thing at the same time and see each other's stuff. Maybe they both share updates because it's a rainy day.
Yeah, something on the like news or something, and they're like, "Oh man, my garden's fucking blowing it right now." But my
app's going great. Here's what's happening and release notes or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, devlog or whatever.
Totally. And they happen to see each other's and go, wow.
Wow.
Message and like, this is amazing.
Some good code.
This is, wow.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to show me your GitHub? I have questions.
Yeah, I'll push it to itch.io or whatever.
But no, I'm happy with that. And then they end up working together, and then we have the bees loving the flowers and like cute little.
And it's mirrored in their budding romance.
Yeah, they end up maybe collaborating and eventually have like a farm together.
Oh, it's so cute.
So
I love it.
that's.
I love these just little like.
But they go on the weekends.
Yeah.
To their like upstate farm.
But I like these little like bite-size relationships, like the aquarium one, where it's just kind of like cute, kind of puppy love-esque.
Yeah. No, it makes me think of oh crap. The one with the really big guy who thinks everything she makes is delicious.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Story. My Love Story.
My Love Story, yeah.
Where it was like,
Oh.
yes, the romance was a big part, but it wasn't one of those where it's like, oh my god.
It was so cute.
It was so cute. Like
because it was like episode 1 was like, I like you. And it was like, oh.
And
then the rest of the show was just like them kind of going out and being adorable.
Yeah. Like it took a little while to kiss, but then after that, it was just like a normal relationship. Yeah. There wasn't like weird pressure.
What a great show.
So good.
I still want to watch the
the movie?
Live action adaptation.
Oh,
just because it's probably not great. But the actor they had for the guy.
Perfect casting.
That trailer was like, this looks so good.
Whoever.
And even the fancy boy was like, look at this fancy friend boy.
Yeah, it was good.
I know. I want to either rewatch the series, which I don't normally do, or watch the movie. But
there are a few, like the Nerd Otaku Club. That's what we came up with.
Otaku. Yeah.
The crap.
Love is Hard.
Yes, for an otaku. That one I would definitely rewatch, like Bebop, of course.
Well, it's like a little bite-sized. They start dating in like episode 1,
I would
and
definitely
you're like,
rewatch.
what is this?
Like Shampoo, probably.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like I need to rewatch.
I have a handful that it's like, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's fair.
So that's on there, and I would be so honored if some of our ideas made it. Well, they'd have to be
someone's rewatch list.
Yeah, they'd have to exist.
Well,
first,
we know Daniel really likes the first episode, Baker's Kiss.
Aw.
He's mentioned it before.
Even though the quality...
Even with the audio
because we didn't know what we were doing. And
it's just something about the naivete of our idea, I think.
And the long-windedness of
long-windedness and
Man, some of those are hard to listen to.
I was very dedicated to the fact that Lincoln was a ghost. But then it turned into Mary Berry.
Yeah.
So... if you haven't listened to that episode, it's literally episode 1.
It is.
It does have a audio problem.
What, the first, 3? We had a couple episodes with audio
2
issue.
or 3, yeah.
Yeah. We had attempted to use multiple mics, and then, one of the tracks didn't work, and they,
I figured out what our problem would be, is, other people use, mixer table things, you know?
That it, feeds into?
Yeah.
Well,
and then you can on the table turn people up and down and figure out the echoey things. We're not that fancy.
We are not.
Never have been, never will be.
Yeah.
Unless you support us. No.
Support us on B.
Buy us a Kof B.
We never came up with names for the apps, but that's okay.
Yeah, we don't need them. I want to make a title now.
I think I do too.
Cool. I'm ready with it just being
is it
a
bees
cute...
and flowers? Is that what we're going for?
Maybe.
Okay, what categories are you thinking?
There's so many good. Definitely a bee.
Okay, definitely a bee. Okay, so the ones that I just said.
Shh.
Don't shush me. Start there.
Yes. All right, you want to do a bee word first or a flower word first?
I can start with the flowers.
I'll do a bee word. 3, 2, 1. Honeycomb.
Bouquet.
It's a bee word.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, did you mess it up? I didn't notice, but I understand. Yeah.
B word. Bouquet is good. I like that. It's like a B word in and itself because it starts with B. I'll do a flower word. You do a word about bees.
I will.
3, 2, 1. Hibiscus.
Beehive. Because I thought of beehives and bouquets.
And I thought of honeycombs and hibiscus.
See?
Or honeycomb and hyacinth.
Any flower that starts with an H?
Honeycomb, honeysuckle.
Ooh, I do love honeysuckle.
You know, suckle the honey out.
That's weird. I also thought about buzzing about you.
Oh, yeah.
Very rom-com.
Very rom-com.
It also could be a colon, the honeycomb and hibiscus. Yeah. Buzzing about you.
I think that could work.
We could do a combo of that.
I like buzzing about you because buzzing has that sort of social media
It has
buzz
bees.
about it.
It has the buzz.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Okay. You don't think it's too forward about the romance?
No.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I don't know how much.
I feel like there are
hidden.
so many, like, not enough about you or 10 things about you or rom-com-y,
Titles, yeah.
which is very rom-com. Mm-hmm. So are you thinking it is pretty rom-com forward, which is fine.
Is that okay with you?
I think it's fine if we do an addendum, like honeycombs, hibiscus, or whatever bouquet.
Beehive bouquet.
Beehive bouquet. Maybe. I'm on the fence about it.
Okay.
I love buzzing about you, though.
Okay.
I think that might be it.
Just that?
Yeah. Do you want to try a colon thing in front of it, or
That's up to you. I mean,
or behind
what's the
it?
most anime? What are you thinking?
I think an additional.
Before or after, then?
Exactly. That's where I'm. Buzzing about you. Buzzing about you. I think after.
I'm kind of thinking that too, because it otherwise it feels like it's romance forward, and we want it to be. Although buzzing again, it could just be the intrigue.
True.
It doesn't have to be the romance, but it's gonna be
for some reason
vibes.
Paired with about you is that like hearty. It just immediately screams rom-com.
But let's put that in the second half.
Okay, I'm totally good with that.
Okay, so do you like the idea? I mean,
Beehives
you and I
bouquets,
had the same idea.
Honeycombs and hyacinth.
Do you want to do that still, or do you want to?
I'm totally cool with. I think it's so cool to have matching words of both of their likes.
I agree.
And we have them. Are there some that we are sticking to? Like you would stick honey onto something? Or should we expand into other letters?
Oh. I guess the first question is, do you like beehive as a word, or is that too?
I don't dislike it, but it is like sort of on the nose. Something like petals or pollination or,
Yeah, I did briefly. I was like, pollinate with flowers, but that's not going to work. So
I know there are some things that don't work.
I kind of like the idea of just honey, maybe.
But we've done honey.
True. Okay.
Bear stuck in sweet city, honey for my honey. That's multiple honeys. And I feel like we have done honey and something else.
Probably.
Maybe.
It's a good word. I mean, obviously, I'm drawn to it.
It's a great word. Honey, I'm buzzing about you. It's very like 60s.
It's so cute. Okay.
But I think we should steer clear of honey.
Even like honeysuckle.
Maybe.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
You silly, silly boy.
I don't know.
Okay, so
we have buzzing about you. And
I like the idea of using B words.
We need for instance, milk and Java. Buzzing about you would be if the
Should we do a coding word? Because the buzzing would be the bees, the coding word, and then we could do a B word that's related to flowers.
I guess it would be important to get
all those three elements would be fun.
Yeah, we got the bees.
Buds? That does sound, especially with the buzzing, that sounds
They're good buds.
A little odd. Bloom or blooms?
Oh, yeah. Blooms and bulbs. This is
bulbs? Bulbs is another
bulbs
one.
Is another flower one, but not a coding one. What would have been another coding one be? Bites?
Hey,
bits?
That
bits
works.
And bites?
That works.
Bulbs. Blooms and bites?
Bites and blooms?
Bites and blooms. Buzzing about you?
I like all the bees. It has all the three things.
Love all the bees.
Love all the bees. God save the bees.
Bites and blooms, buzzing about you. That's really cute.
It has all three categories represented.
It really makes me do that bee.
Bites and blooms. Buzzing.
Blights.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
Take it back.
I know. Is that it?
I think it could be.
Bites and blooms, buzzing about you. It's very cute.
So are we doing an ampersand and a colon?
Bites and blooms. Oh, yeah, ampersand. Sure.
I know we did for milk and Java. Is that too similar?
Let's just do
It's
an
very
and.
different.
I mean, we just do an and.
Okay.
The word and.
Heaven forbid we spell something out.
Heaven.
We can chop off the G.
Bloomin'. Buzzin'.
Bloomin' onion.
Bloomin' onion. Hell yeah.
That's what we're calling it.
Deep fry that shit.
Yeah.
Blooms. Bites.
Bites and blooms.
And blooms.
Buzzin' about
you. That's adorable.
We'll see how it looks with and without a G and go from there.
We'll workshop it.
I'm good with this if you are.
Sweet. I'm sold on
Cool.
Bytes and Blooms buzzing about you. Who do you want to be?
Ooh.
In Bytes and Blooms buzzing about you.
Ooh. We don't have a whole lot of characters, really. We have the two main, and that's...
We would have like
I'll just come by honey and like flowers. I'm more than happy to just...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there's like a farmer's market at some point.
That's
and they're
cool.
both selling stuff.
That's fun. That's like a culmination of like their
at the end.
works.
Maybe
and we really like
once they...
love the app. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal app.
Yeah. It's really...
We're pointing at our phones.
Oh, yeah, together we can be like, it's really helped our garden. We have many more...
We made a shared account for our dog.
Oh, okay.
Dog
And the
Blues.
dog sits there like, woof. And its face is all swollen because it's been stung by bees.
Oh, poor guy.
I'm kidding. Because that wouldn't be good for the honeybees anyhow.
No.
They wouldn't live.
They're dead.
But no, we could say that like,
Rips their butt off.
We've really enjoyed the app. Our backyard is so much better. And then we can like buy...
In this reality, we have a backyard.
Yeah, we can buy a plant that would be recommended. We could say, oh, you recommended. We want to get that and some honey. It's our favorite in our tea or something.
They give us something else in addition. Like, here's some honey sticks on the house. Hell yeah.
Here, while you wait.
Oh, my mouth is watering.
Well, we have honey.
Put it in a stick.
We'll work on it.
Okay. We're in it. Mm-hmm. That's the show.
Yeah, and...
I don't care. Lee Pace.
Lee Pace and Lee Pace.
Lee Pace is Jerry's.
No, Jerry's not here. I'm still committed to having the bees and the flowers singing in the intro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Other than
in
that...
unison.
They're swaying and bopping a little bit.
That's the most realistic...
It's the most magical.
And singing that they do, yes.
Yeah, no, they don't talk at any other point.
Or human, rather. It's the most human, not realistic. They're more realistic in the rest of the show.
They are not personified again.
Yeah.
Except by acting out the emotions. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
But it's
we
not
already
a
talked about that.
It's more of a, yeah.
They don't normally talk and
They're
sing.
imbued with magical energy. We're in it. That's the show. Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
Wow. We have a Twitter. It's at Instant Anime Pod, where we post GIFs teasing upcoming episodes, as well as some other stuff.
Share that hashtag cursed goodness.
Come on. Post more hashtag cursed images for us
Yes.
to share.
Yes. It's our aesthetic.
It's very much our aesthetic. Been loving that meme with the K-pop Blackpink lady and her legs, and they just half them into other things. Hilarious.
Been attached to a lot of different people.
Very much my jam. Also, our pinned tweet is the suggestion form, which is also on our website.
Yeah, which you can find at instantannie.me. It's where we host, so all of our episodes are available. The clickable links are in their descriptions. And our sidebar is full of good stuff, including our suggestion form, which you can also find at suggest.instantannie.me. We also have shop.instantannie.me for all your merch needs, because we know you have many of them.
We provide 5 of them.
Here's at least 2.
An amount.
And we also have a handful of podcatchers if you would like to listen from there, and
Just a couple.
our Spotify playlist. Not only are we available to listen to on Spotify, we have the playlist of songs that we have used to make episodes, and it's full of bops and bangers. Hey,
Including
there
this
we
one.
go. Bops and bangers, buzzing about you.
Bops and bangers, including Rose by this guy
Yep.
that we just did.
Yep.
And again, that music video or
Hopefully.
lyric video or whatever.
I feel like we haven't had a music video for a while.
Man, maybe we'll get lucky.
I hope so. They're always fun.
It's in the podcast description.
Because we've had some freaky ones where we're like, oh, that was in my idea. That was in our idea.
That one snowman one.
I'm still like shook, I believe
that
is the
was
correct
so
term.
crazy.
Yeah.
You were like spot on. Like this girl came from a
Snow
globe, and then he summoned friends from
a
the snow globe.
I
Still blows
If
my
I
mind.
ever saw that, I did not remember whatsoever. It creeped me out. It was hashtag cursed.
It might have been
maybe just cursed.
so buried deep though. You might have seen it, but I had never seen that.
Yeah,
and we usually watched videos together, except if you were like at work or something. But
which I really have cut back on.
dang, that was wild.
Yes.
Because we were watching it and the episode wasn't out yet, and we're like, "What is this?"
What happened?
So yeah, if this music video has any, it's called Rose. It might have a lot to do with flowers.
I, for the record, did not know. I just heard the bees. That's all I got.
Gotcha.
I knew like 20 seconds in.
Well, so did he. He was like, bzz, bzz, bzz,
Yeah,
bzz.
that's what I heard was bees.
Well,
And I didn't know there would be roses. Well, I guess we don't know for sure. We haven't watched it. Even if it, we don't know if it exists.
There's totally gonna be a rose. He's gonna hand a rose to his.
Will
betrothed.
a bunch of bees come and be like, hee 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 hee?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Especially if they're like animated, overlaid of live action a la Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be really cute. I don't know if
Because then you can't be scared of them because
Yeah.
they're not there.
Yeah,
You
because
put them in post. and
real
you're not scared.
bees can be a little scary to look at.
Especially like even like bumblebees are kind of cute, but like sometimes when they're like big and you visibly are like looking at one, you're like, that's a big ass bug.
I mean, it's still an insect.
Yeah.
And a lot of people dislike looking at insects, and I might be one of them.
Well, guess what? There's like an innate thing in humans since the dawn of mankind.
We just don't like them.
They're tiny and they crawl in places and we don't like them.
Yeah, I will
And we
never
like being
forget.
inside with no bugs.
I had an ant crawl on me once, up my back. Oof.
Dead.
It was
I'd
terrible.
have died on the spot.
It had crawled up my pants and then, like, under my shirt it started. It was so creepy.
What a horny little ant.
Oh.
Okay.
I hadn't thought about that.
Website, Twitter. We also really appreciate small little bursts of effort put into writing or reviewing our podcast.
Only small efforts, please.
No,
Do not go out of your way.
Seriously, it's like a lot.
If you're really that bored, consider reading a book. But if you're really that bored, then I guess you could write.
Leave a little review, leave
Yeah.
a rating.
We
Love
appreciate it.
We super do.
But also, like, it is not expected.
No, they
Just
make
for
it so difficult.
It's not easy. It's not really
This
intuitive.
isn't like us anti-technology. Just like these companies are just like, make an account.
Yeah.
Follow the thing.
It's like, I don't know. I'd rather just listen and enjoy. Hopefully,
Although to be fair, if you have an
people enjoy
iPhone,
this.
it automatically has the podcast app on it, and then you just like can do it from there.
Okay.
But you still have to like search the podcast on the app and then go like scroll down through
Do you
all
have
the
like
episodes.
a username that you have to register? Does
If
it,
you
like,
have an iPhone, you have like the Apple account, right?
and so it has it under that.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
I think there used to maybe be like a different iPhone account or Apple iTunes, you know, and it was all
Yeah,
different.
all that has
Fuck if
changed.
I know now. But either way, we really appreciate people who do that, but
Mm-hmm.
we appreciate you for just fucking listening.
Yeah, we are happy if you're happy, and we hope that you are happy.
We hope you're happy. I'm happy with this episode.
I am too. It's really cute.
Thank you for listening.
Happy Mother's Day. Go call your mom.
Stay safe.
Buzz
Buzzin'
bye.
bye.
Buzz bye.